Hello, New York Yankees fans. We have brand new exclusive videos and the latest news for you. Before we get started, we'd like to invite you to join our channel and give this video a like. It's crucial to get exclusive access to the latest updates. This is a complicated topic to address, and honestly, I didn't expect to have this conversation, especially considering the promising start he had. However, the Yankees may be facing a tough decision regarding a player. Personally, I view him positively. I believe he has incredibly high potential and could be the type of athlete with an OPS between 800 and 850. He was once a top prospect, ranked 5th in the league in 2023, and I truly value his abilities. Initially seen as an offensive-focused player, he has shown to be exceptional in defense, positioning himself among the top shortstops in the league based on his stats. He has performed well on the field, but his performance at the plate has not met expectations. This is his third year in the league, and he started the season impressively with 4 home runs and a batting average of .300. At that stage, it seemed reasonable to consider that he could maintain a batting average around .250 to .260 with some power to go along with it, indicating a solid season for him, possibly reaching an OPS of 800. However, after that encouraging start, his performance has dropped drastically. The stats so far this season show he is hitting .198 with 4 home runs and 15 RBIs, resulting in an OPS of .680. At one point, his OPS was notably high due to the early home runs, but it has now plummeted to .680. Over the last 13 games, he has hit just .159, with no home runs and 3 RBIs, resulting in an OPS of .474. He has had 7 hits in 54 at-bats in his recent appearances, which is not a positive trend, and it's clear he is not standing out. It seems like we are revisiting this issue frequently as he goes through stretches of strong performance followed by long periods of struggles. So, what should the Yankees consider doing? I'm not suggesting they trade him, but it's important to reflect before drawing conclusions. So keep listening. What should the Yankees decide about this player? I'm not suggesting that a trade is the solution, at least not right now. It's essential to hear all the arguments before making an assessment. Sometimes people make hasty judgments, so let me fully explain my thoughts before you pass judgment. In my view, the best course of action for him would be a stint in the minors. This idea should have been considered back in 2023, particularly during that tough period when his performance was only .170. Even so, the decision was made not to send him to the minors to work on his issues. It's worth mentioning that he essentially skipped that step, having played only around 22 games in the minors, where he hit .231 with a .714 OPS in 2022. When spring training started in 2023, he performed well enough to secure a spot on the team, but unfortunately, that performance didn't carry over into the regular season. Now, he's facing significant challenges at the plate. Sending him to the minors for a few weeks could be beneficial. I'm not advocating for him to stay down there for the entire season. Just a brief stint could help him regain his confidence. There are players on the major league roster who can take over the position and hit .198 while playing shortstop, if not better. One of them has maintained a .159 average over the last 13 games. So they could easily fill the spot if it means helping the player recover and potentially saving his career. I firmly believe that a brief assignment, maybe 2 weeks, is what he needs. Sending a player down is not a negative step. Why let him struggle at such a high level, enduring all this pain, when a short break could be beneficial? I'm only suggesting 2 weeks. I understand the admiration for him. I value him too and believe he has the potential to become an outstanding player, perhaps even one of the best in the league. I truly believe that, so bring him back after just a 2-week stint. I'm not saying it should be for the whole year, just 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Everyone recognizes the talent of the player, and I'm a fan of him too. As mentioned, he has the potential to be an exceptional athlete, one of the best in Major League Baseball. I truly believe that. But at the same time, the young man is facing challenges. Let's look at his first 2 seasons. In 2023, he posted a .209 average with 21 home runs and a .666 OPS. In 2024, there was a slight improvement with a .243 average, but that's still just .243 with a .657 OPS. He had fewer walks last year. In the playoffs, he stood out, particularly in the final series, with a grand slam. We appreciate that, but the sample size is quite large, and he's showing that he's really struggling. It would be better to send him down so he can work on these issues. Furthermore, there are other players who are performing better, being more effective at the major league level. In 2023, there were athletes who were ranked behind him as prospects. I'm referring to players who, this year, are showing higher averages and producing positive results. It would be desirable to see some progress, but unfortunately, that hasn't happened. He shines for a week and then disappears. So why keep him here, stepping up to the plate day after day, struggling to find his rhythm? Recently, his performance has been well below expectations, with several strikeouts. Why watch this struggle when he could simply be sent down for a few weeks? What's the difficulty in that? He has options. Sending him down for a few weeks and then bringing him back to assess if it worked could be a good strategy. It's time to change the approach. This is what defines insanity. Repeating the same action and expecting different results, believing that he will magically stand out. He might, but he might not. Consider taking a step back for a few weeks and seeing if that helps. Sometimes, a change in strategy is needed. It's often said that doing the same thing repeatedly, while expecting to allow him to develop his skills on a minor league team for a few weeks. It's not an outrageous request. You could have another athlete playing in the position during this time and maintain, if not improve, the level of defense. The other player could perform similarly to what he has shown in recent games, where he has struggled to maintain an acceptable average. I'm not being hard on him. I'm just presenting facts and statistics. This has been a challenging year. Once seen as a great prospect, he was one of the best offensive players in the minors. He showed power during his time there. In 2021, he had an exceptional season, posting a high average and hitting many home runs in the minors. The following year, he continued to perform well, but he faced difficulties after being promoted to the major league team, despite standing out in spring training, which led the team to choose him as a starter. Unfortunately, he failed to deliver offensively and has struggled with fast pitching. I suggest sending him to a minor league team to work through these issues. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, consider the options available for the position in the future. Some players have been performing competitively and could be considered. Right now, one of them is posting a good average and has been contributing substantially. In the meantime, it's important to let him go to the minors to overcome these struggles. That's the only suggestion I'm making. I'm not advocating for his removal. He has been impressive, but so far this season, Lombard is hitting .286 with 1 home run, 7 RBIs, and an OPS of .892. He is showing himself to be a reliable shortstop. Some people tend to make comparisons to A.Z. Smith when talking about Anthony Volpe, but maybe it would be wiser to allow Volpe to spend some time in the minors to work on his struggles. That's what I'm suggesting. I'm not advocating for his release. On the contrary, I propose that he be sent down for a few weeks to focus on his adjustments. Will this really happen? It's unlikely. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. The New York Yankees are reportedly in active trade discussions, considering a potential deal involving one of their key infielders, DJ LeMahieu. The deal could see the versatile player, known for his batting consistency and defensive reliability, being moved to another team in exchange for a high-caliber starting pitcher. This move is seen as a strategic attempt by the Yankees to bolster their pitching staff, which has faced challenges in recent seasons. LeMahieu, a two-time batting champion and a mainstay in the Yankees lineup since his arrival in 2019, has been a steady contributor to the team's offense. His ability to hit for average, combined with his leadership on the field, has made him a fan favorite in New York. However, with the Yankees roster seemingly crowded with talent in the infield, particularly with players like Anthony Rizzo, Gleyber Torres, and others vying for spots, the front office may be looking to capitalize on LeMahieu's trade value to fill a critical need. The starting rotation has been a point of concern for the Yankees in recent seasons. While Garrett Cole remains a dominant force at the top of the rotation, the team's depth behind him has been inconsistent. Injuries to key pitchers and underperformance from others have left the Yankees looking for a reliable ace to complement Cole and solidify their rotation for a postseason run. The specific pitcher that the Yankees are targeting in exchange for LeMahieu has not been disclosed, but the team is said to be eyeing a proven ace who can provide stability and strikeout potential. The trade would mark a significant shift in the Yankees' approach, as LeMahieu has been an integral part of their offensive success. However, the potential acquisition of a frontline pitcher could help propel the team to a higher level of competitiveness in a tough American League. In terms of LeMahieu's future, while he would undoubtedly be a valuable asset to any team, the Yankees' decision to trade him reflects the ever-evolving nature of baseball rosters. The Yankees' front office has shown a willingness to make bold moves to put the team in the best possible position to win championships. And this rumored trade is yet another example of their commitment to building a championship-contending squad. As the MLB trade deadline approaches, the rumor mill will undoubtedly heat up, and Yankees fans will be keeping a close eye on any developments regarding LeMahieu's status. If the trade goes through, it would not only be a major shakeup for the Yankees, but could also have long-term implications on the direction of the team as they continue their pursuit of another World Series title. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.